All right, my name is Todd from Kotu Cards, and we are back talking about cards that you should be buying right now. It's been a minute since I've been able to get a video up. The tins are absolutely killing me, but I'm all down to, I've only got 5 orders sitting here, and I've got another small wave of tins coming in real soon, and those orders will get out. My apologies on that. All right. Let's jump right into this. We do have the winner of the giveaway, which was like a week ago, where you get these 6 cards. You're going to get a zombie vampire, a world sea dragon. You're going to get a dark. You're going to get muckracker, psychic end punisher, and a pit knight. All 6 of them going out to 2 different winners. So the first winner of this is Jeff Schmidt. You got one of these 6 packs of extra deck monsters from the tins. And then the second is Vinny Games. You got the other one. So congratulations to Jeff Schmidt and Vinny Games. All right. We do have a giveaway on this video. We are going to give away some of those quarter century rares. I've got a massive chunk of them. There's probably about 150 in here. There's a lot. Unfortunately, I am sold out of the Stardust currently, but everything else I still have. I've limited quantities of a couple of them that have been selling, but I don't have Stardust because they wiped me out on that. But I do have every other one of them. We're going to give away 2 of these to 2 different people. So all you've got to do is be subscribed to the channel. Leave a comment letting me know which one you want. And that is the one that I will send you if you win. So that's the giveaway on this video. So keep that in mind. We're giving away these quarter century rares, and some of them have spiked up pretty nicely. So keep that in mind. All right, we're going to jump into some cards I think you should be looking at. I'm going to bring them up on TCG Player, and then we're going to jump right into them and talk about it. So here we go. All right, so the first thing I want to look at is I want to look at 2 cards in the tins, because there's 2 cards that I haven't really talked about in the tins that I think are just way too cheap. I expected these cards to go down, but I did not expect them to go as low as they are. They are both super low, especially for what they are. So are they on the top row? No. Second row? No. Third row? No. I messed this up. This is best match. I think they are on the 3rd row. So if you bring it up again and you come down, the first one right there, Illusion of Chaos, for $3.43. If you've wanted this card, this is a great price to buy it, and I would not be surprised if this card starts going back up. It's not going to do anything crazy because there are a lot of them. There's a lot of these on the market here. So, you know, just to give you an example, I've got personally, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 Illusion of Chaos sitting here. So there are a lot of people sitting on this card, a lot of copies of this card. So keep that in mind. But I do think that the card should be probably around $5, and I think $3.43 is a great deal on this card. I would be looking at going in on this card. The next card is even cheaper than Illusion of Chaos, and that is right under it, Therion King Regulus, coming in under sub $3 for Regulus. This is a great card, not just in a Therion deck. It's a great card. I would be looking at this card around $2.90. I got my play set. I put them aside already. I would suggest, for you can get a playset for less than $10. That's unheard of. These two cards, Illusion of Chaos and Therion King Regulus, are really good cards, and they're both coming in around $3. I would be looking at picking these cards up. The next thing that I wanted to look at is over here in the quarter centuries. You have seen these spike up, okay? Stardust was about $10. It went up to $14. Dark Magician went down to about $7, I think. It's back up to around $10. Cyber Dragon was sitting there at $5. I told you. You go back a couple videos, I think Cyber Dragon's even on the thumbnail. I told you it was way too cheap, and it doubled in price pretty much. Black Rose has been pretty much the same. I don't understand why. For me, this is the card I wanted. This is the most beautiful. I think Stardust is very nice, but I love Black Rose Dragon. It's just a beautiful card, and in this rarity, it is very nice. So I would not be surprised if that goes up, but that's not what I want to talk to you about. The Red Eyes, kind of sticking around the same thing, but if you go to the next one, the Exodia, the Forbidden one, sitting there at $3.30. I would not be surprised if this goes up to $5, $6, maybe even $7. This is a card that people really like. I know it has a Starlight Rare, but some of these other ones have Starlight Rares too. This is just a card that people want, and $3, I think, for this is way too cheap. Get close on that. It's a very nice quarter century rare. If you don't have this for $3.30, I would go in and grab at least one. So that's from the tins. Moving on from the tins, I think that Abyss Dweller in the new format, particularly with Unchained, I think this is good against Unchained, but for whatever reason, this card is spiking up a little bit. It just sounds weird to say spiking up a little bit, but it's still pretty low. You can see the hook down here, but it's still pretty low for what it is. Look at these prices, 67 cents, $1.22. I have no idea why somebody paid $5.94 and somebody paid $67. But if you come over here, you can grab this from a verified seller near mint for... Those are light play. Near mint for $1.22. I think it's a great buy. If you don't have your Abyss Dwellers, if you want the high rarity, I have it somewhere back there. I love it. I never want to play it, but I absolutely love having the ultimate rare Abyss Dweller. So that card's coming in. It's starting to go up. I think it's around 40, 45, something like that. But just have this card. Talking about the Ultra out of Dual Devastator. I think I skipped one. This is just a card that... Look, I know that a lot of people aren't playing this card in the meta. But that's why I wanted to bring it up. If you don't have Ghost Mourners, I think that you should go in and grab this card. Just have a playset. It comes in and out of the meta, and it's really cheap right now. With its coming in the 2022 tin, as well as the 2021 tin. You can get the Ultra Rare for about 91 cents. You can get the Super Rare for about 30 cents. I don't like the Super Rare. I just don't think it looks really nice, and I oftentimes like super rares more than ultra rares, but I just don't like that super rare. The ultra rare is very nice in the tin of Ancient Battles. That's the one I would be targeting for an extra 60 cents. You can get a playset for $3. I think this is part of what I do is, just talk about building a collection. And all these hand traps, you should be targeting them when they're super cheap. So that when they do come into the meta, you don't have to worry about going out and buying them because you already have Ghost Mourner. So that's why I'm giving it to you right now. It's really cheap. It's not a card that's really being, I have seen it played in a couple decks, but it's not being played in most decks right now, and that's contributing to the price. Right now, I am trying. It's a little expensive though. I don't like where it's at, but right now I'm trying to upgrade my Ultras to Secrets. But that Eternity Code Secret is about, $14, and it's a tough buy for me. But it is a very nice card. Also, King Calamity. There's one. I'm not saying buy this card. I know a lot of people hate this card. I love this card. But the only reason that I'm bringing this up is because a lot of people don't know that there's two ultra rare versions of this card. And the first ultra rare version of this card is from Shining Victories, and that card has already spiked up. It's $3.40. Let's just bring it up real quick. It's $3.40. You saw that it went up a little bit over here. So it's a little more money than maybe you wanted to pay. But there's a version of it, a dual power ultra rare, which is also very nice, coming in under $1. So I just wanted to remind people that just because the original print, I think Shining Victories is the original print, just because that spiked up doesn't mean there's not another ultra out there that's still pretty cheap. So if you are interested in this card, keep that in mind. There are two ultra rare versions of this card. All right, next card. I've just gotten a lot of questions about this card, so I wanted to answer what I thought about Accesscode Talker. I don't believe that Accesscode is going to get a reprint in the Rarity Collection. That does not mean that it won't be in there. It just means that I don't think that it will be. So I think that it's a fairly safe buy. I could be surprised, but I think that it is a safe buy. So a lot of people ask me, is now a good time to buy Accesscode? And there's two parts to that answer. It's yes and no. And so if you're talking about buying gold rare, no. If you're talking about buying the Battles of Legend secret rare, no. There's one version to buy of this, and that's the Eternity Code version, the original copy, because when this does get reprinted, that's still going to hold some value as the original print. And the difference between the original print and the other two is about $2. Something like that. In fact, I think this is even cheaper than $37.77. I think you can pick this up for about $35 from a verified seller right there. Spicy Hot Games, $35 out the door, first edition, near mint, right there. And so, it's $35 where you're talking about getting the reprint for $33. There's no way that I would do that. Buy the Eternity Code version of this card. It's going to hold its value way better. That's what I would do. Yeah, Spicy Hot Games. All right, so the last card that I wanted to talk about before I talk about one other thing is look, I missed on this. I desperately wanted this card. And I was just waiting and waiting and waiting. And the card spiked up and I missed my opportunity and I'm bummed about it. So I'm here to say, please stop buying this card so that it can go back down to like $3.50 where it was so that I can get another shot at it. I don't want to pay $8 for it. But, I just bring that up as a joke. But seriously, Summon Skull did spike back up. In fact, a lot of cards have spiked back up. Did anybody take me up on that Fenrir? Did anybody buy the Fenrirs in hopes that it would not get banned? If you did, Congratulations, you made out on that deal. I kept my fenders. I love it. Cyber Dragon, we already talked about that. Phantasme spiking up, starting to see play. I think mostly because of Unchained, but King Calamity we already talked about. Ultimate Slayer spiking up. We talked about that card a lot. You know, these are just very good cards that we're destined to find a time. And the reason I'm bringing it up is just to say, when you see really good cards, and maybe they haven't gotten their legs yet, maybe they haven't found a place in the meta. I'll give you an example of this. Ice Dragon's Prison. That is a fantastic card. And it hasn't found its way into the meta. You can pick that prismatic secret rare from the tins 2 years ago for less than $1. That's a great buy, because there's gonna be a time when Ice Dragon's Prison finds a place in the meta and it goes up. It's not going to go up like Ultimate Slayer. Ultimate Slayer went up because it's the only printing of it. My name is Todd from Go2 Cards, and that's pretty much what I got for you. Keep in mind the giveaway. I've got a lot of these to give away if you're interested in those. And congratulations to Jeff Schmidt and Vinny Games. All right, I am out of here.